Flash out.
Spike planted.
Out of charges.
One enemy
Guarding
remaining.
here. Gun here.
Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm sorry for that inconvenience here. We had a complete computer crash actually here at the studio, so hopefully everything is good back with the stream where we left off. Looks like Southeastern is up one round, so we're just gonna pick up back here where we left off. Not quite sure what happened, but it's in the past and we'll try to move on. I thank you if you're still here with us in this new stream, so thank you for sticking around as we enter into, looks like, round number 10. Switching over here to Southeastern side, Mr. Goat and Bender have really been the entry fraggers for here for this evening. Satchel out, getting some early angles. I like the aggressive play here by Mr. Goat. The rocket up top on heaven, waiting for anybody to peek this corner. There's the, oh wow, gets countered right out the gate. Southeastern only has one left, and it's Adias trying to set up any utility he can here to stay alive in this 1v4, but they're going to surround them. The bomb drone coming out from Rays. Another smokes. Bomb is out in front of him, and he just can't quite do it. It's a 1v4 tough situation for Adias, but that will lead OCCC to tie it up, being it to 5-5 and a complete not quite a complete reset on either side. Southeastern looks like they do still have some economy left to buy back, not fully, but enough to sustain themselves for the next few rounds here. Scuttlebug on Gecko, Mop on Breach, Raze, or Mr. Goat on Raze, and Bender on Omen. See if we can find Bender here in the sentry frag. Oh, we can't quite get the pick against this. Players falling left and right here. Scuttlebug and Mop on this far left side are going to look to rotate around and try to take the 1-on-3 here for this B bomb side. It looks like Enema holding angles on site. Southeastern crouch walking, trying to remain as silent as possible coming into the B bomb side. Adias staying still, opening the door. Enema, and they get the pick. It almost got the trade on Adias there, but now OCCC is aware that they're on the B bomb site. Now they are planning, and OCCC to look to rotate now as Mop picks up the sniper, and he goes to work. Holding the angles there, looking to heaven. They're gonna watch on their backside. Breach charge coming through here from Mop. Scuttlebug still on site. And the swing from Crosby, he's going to be picked up by Scuttlebug.
One enemy remaining.
Last one, a 1v3 situation. OCCC has to have a miracle here to win this round. Playing for time, and there it is, the pick and the headshot. Great job there from Southeastern, rotating out, trying not to get killed by that bomb there.
Last round in the half.
And the last round of the half, like you heard the announcer said, and Southeastern with a 1-round lead. They've been doing a great job of fragging out and entering bomb sites and realizing when to rotate. As you seen that last one, they didn't think they had a good enough shot at A, so they rotated back through to B. And it's now the final round before the half we enter. We've seen this quite a bit from Southeastern, at least sending usually 3 or more to this far left side. Bender still looks like to be the entry frag here. Ideas on stun just a little bit, But that gives OCCC enough information to rotate back, and now Southeastern is going to counter. I believe Adias is the only one on site on there. But OCCC recognizes this once more and rotates back with them. Bender going to smoke out. Mr. Go with the entry frags. Nobody behind box there as Bender spraying. Trying to predict any angles that he can see. Making noise, OCCC players.
I have the spike.
There's the pick for Adias. Using his ult. Can teleport back around to B bomb site, and now here they go. Great job from Southeastern setting that up. Is now Bender lays down the plant, and now OCCC on their back foot, trying to rotate once more. And there's the pick on Crosby from Mr. Goat and his sniper. Mop laying down some charges as Scuttlebug staying mid. Gecko's a very interesting player, especially Agent in Valorant. And now OCCC looks to take the site. And Scuttlebug with the pick underneath, and that's two. Can he pick up one more with the shorty? And there it is.
Don't worry, friends. It hurts, but I'm good. Rash is ready.
Scuttlebug with the 3 right there. And Southeastern just all out for that final round before the half. As you saw, they rotated 3 different times, just leaving OCCC with no real direction to go. Bender using his ult, getting back on B side and planting the bomb. Great plays there as we go into the second half of this game. The economy does reset, so you'll see another pistol round coming here from both sides. And a very, again, another interesting thing to see. If usually the people who win the first pistol round go on to win the next 2 or maybe even 3 rounds in advance, and it leaves the other team with a tough comeback. And in these final seconds, we'll see what Southeastern decides to do on defense now. Scuttlebug and Mr. Goat can play far right side here. Rotating back as now OCCC is already inside and already planting the bomb. Scuttlebug just couldn't quite get the shot out on Gecko. And the headshot by Mr. Goat there in the shorty. Picked up on the Omen. And now a 1v3. Picks up 1. Scuttlebug with 2 left. OCCC playing very passively here. Using Gecko. Gets a dink. Now he sees that you're playing short. He picks up 1. Can he get another one? He sees him there. And he does. Can he get the defuse? No, he cannot. But great play there. OCCC will take the round, unfortunately, but great plays there by Scuttlebug to finish out the rest of the OCCC team. And it stayed relatively close here as OCCC 6 and Southeastern 7. It's really been back and forth. We really didn't get to see many of the in-between there because of the crash, but I can believe that it's been a fairly well-balanced game here so far. And here comes the final seconds, and the round will begin. Got some early shots. Raised with a grenade. Slowly walking mid. Smoked out by Omen. And Bender falls. Scuttlebug looking for any pick that he can see, but this smoke is just clouding his vision from 3 different players. All holding great angles here, not allowing Southeastern to do much on site.
1 enemy remaining.
Down goes the Diaz. Excuse me, Adias is the only one left in a 1v3 situation with the spike planted. He's gonna have to make his move here very early. Ooh. And Adias just can't quite do it. As you can see, OCCC had a great setup. The peak from that longer angle, just if he was able to get that pick, the other OCCC player was gonna peek that corner and take Adias out in just an instant. A great setup there by OCCC, and that'll tie it up as we go into the 15th round.
This goes here. That goes there.
Spike down B.
There's now Nightshade sending out some shots in the smoke. OCCC not looking to stack as many players as they were in the beginning of the rounds. At the beginning of the switch. Staying fairly balanced all the way out. Southeastern trying to accommodate for this now. OCCC has 3 going mid and going to be met by Adias here. As now Nightshade looking for the plant. Adias hears this and sees Vissa. And Nightshade teleports away, but into 3 POVs of Southeastern players. And now into the only one left, and the defuse for Southeastern is all they need to take round number 15. And there you have it. Great job on the retake from Southeastern. And that'll set them up even better for future to come, because their eco was running a little bit low there. Curious to see if they do end up buying out here. It looks like Bender does. Yes, everyone does buy out just a little bit.
There.
And it's great to see the strategies between the different teams on the attacking side. As we saw earlier, many Southeastern pushes had 4 to 5 players on it from each side. Bender shooting through the wall. And the swing here on Crosby. Smoking out. Look for the door. Is now OCCC rotating the C side.
Mosh pit. That's spike wings.
Wingman going out from Gecko there. And down goes the bomb.
Spike sticking. Thanks, little man.
That wingman is a great thing because it doesn't, you don't have to sacrifice players for the plant. You only have to worry about the other team and fragging. As now Mr. Goat on the 1v3 on this corner here. He picks up the 1 on the Omen. Oh, but Sophie looks away just in time to get picked. As now Mr. Goat could have one here. Definitely he charges off the corner and picks up 3. Great job there from Mr. Goat, playing aggressively. And Southeastern needs a wingman of their own to defuse that bomb. And there you have it. Southeastern will take 2 rounds ahead, leaving OCCC with some decisions to make. Getting fairly close to ending this game out. Southeastern can hold on to this lead. They'll be well set for the next 2 games to come in this series. Taking Mr. Goat's POV. Swinging early is Enma. Wow, and the pick on Mr. Goat. Bender holding very sharp angles here. That's faced by many OCCC players, and instantly the bomb goes down. Nightshade spraying through the smoke there. As we switch over to Adias, down goes Vis.
1 enemy
Pick
remaining.
up by Mop. As Southeastern just handles it with ease. Wow, great job. That beginning OCCC came out of the gate swinging. As you saw, the pick on Mr. Goat really set the tone early, and they were able to get into the B site and just plant. But Southeastern just recovered quickly, and they weren't able to do much at all. And here comes another timeout from OCCC to see if they can't get some momentum to win back this game number 1. So we will stay tuned for just a minute. And here we are back into the game.
Watch them falter.
Round number 18. We see Bender sticking with Omen.
You want to play? Let's
He's really been a
play.
crucial part of Southeastern setup here, because he's been smoking almost every single round, either a mid site or a planting location. And there you have it. OCCC sending 4 all the way to C site. Southeastern finally realized this, and Bender could get some early picks here. Just shooting through his own smoke there. One will go down for OCCC. It is now from behind. Mr. Goat caught off guard. And Bender gets the pick, and he will go down as well for the trade. OCCC Sophie
remaining.
staying on the bottom side. Wingman planning.
Spike planted.
And all that's left is Scuttlebug on Gecko. The peak there. Vis knows where he is. They're going to have to play very aggressively if they're going to get the win. And here's the swing. Picks up some damage and gets stunned. Scuttlebug might want to play this passively here and let OCCC get the round. And it looks like he will. He's going to hold off angles, and so will OCCC. Not to let anything happen. And now OCCC going to rotate offsite, and they're going to take that round for themselves, shortening up their Southeastern's lead to 2 now. Smart play by Scuttlebug, not wanting to lose too much money there, especially in these later rounds. You do not want to run out of eco anytime soon, and it looks to have a full buyout from OCCC, and Southeastern not as much. You see Scuttlebug kept his SMG, but 2 Southeastern players, Odysseus and Bender, are left on pistols. So this could be an interesting deficit that Southeastern has to overcome. And there they go out the door swinging. Mr. Goat picks up 1. Great job out of the gate there, Bender and Mr. Goat. Bomb drone for Mr. Goat. Is now going to rotate over and pick up the Val. Switching over to Scuttlebug here. Ooh, Bender met. Or excuse me, Odysseus met around that corner, but the trade from Scuttlebug. Pick up Dizzy there. Ooh, great pick. And now, with the 2 deficit, OCCC is going to have to face 4 different Southeastern players. And here's the teleport from Bender. And he's met by the 2 OCCC players.
1 enemy remaining.
And that's how the cookie crumbles there, as OCCC just couldn't hold off all of the Southeastern defenders there, and they will defuse the spike.
Touch.
And mop.
Changing plans.
will finish it out there. As again, shot for shot, Southeastern OCCC going back and forth. Looking for might look for a full buy here from each side, as it does look like some OCCC players will look to save just a little bit
Here.
and make one final push at the end. Teleporting. Here comes Bender on top. He does see one, but he doesn't take him out. As now sending all of their players around to this A and B site. OCCC
Spike carrier down.
Spike down.
putting everything
A.
in one basket here.
Last player standing.
Swung his Nightshade. The bomb drone by Mr. Goat does get picked by Inma. But again, Southeastern ends up with the win there in the 1-on-3 situation.
Match point.
And here you have a match point for game number 1. And now you can expect to see a full buyout from everyone on each side to hopefully secure this final round and game number 1. Southeastern's been very good on both sides. They've played their matches well, defending and attacking, doing different strategies, and just really being good at their trades, especially when they go one down. They always make sure to pick one up for themselves on OCE side.
Must wait a moment.
OCCC side, excuse me. So we'll see how that plays out in this final round. Bender getting caught there by the stun. Smoking off the entry point to C. And now OCCC rotating back through their spawn. Leaving Southeastern spread out. 2 will rotate around for Southeastern to A. Now they decide to go middle for B. This could be the potential weak point of Southeastern. As Enma looking for the entry frag there. And they are on B site officially. And here comes all OCCC. Planning is OCCC. And now Southeastern forced back on their heels just a little bit. Scuttlebug caught by that stun. Now they know that they're there. Onside is Mop. Mop will get picked up.
One enemy remaining.
Bender with the one himself. And there you have it. Southeastern with the cleanup and the retake on side B. And that'll do it for game number 1 as it'll go into Southeastern's hands. Great jobs on both sides. But in the end, Southeastern does end up with it. And as now we will take a break before we go into match number 2. As you can see the stats there, Scuttlebug and Mr. Goat just fragging out absolutely. 24-19 from those two. And then scattered about is the rest of the OCCC players. The top fraggers for them are Vis and Enma. Great job on both of their sides as well. And the rest scattered about throughout that leaderboard. So again, we will take a break and we will be right back with game number 2 of Vallorant for this night. Stay tuned, everybody. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to game number 2 of OCCC against Southeastern on Sunset here. And it says the map is in Central Texas, so not too far from where we are currently at. If you weren't with us in our last match, Southeastern did take game number 1 in a fairly moderate fashion. I believe they win by 2 or 3 rounds. So a great job by them on both sides. Really, they were having a great time retaking sites on defense, and offensively they were just again taking control of areas very well and using their utility to the best of their ability. A little bit of rhymes going on there as we will enter game number 2 and round number 1 as Mr. Goat staying on raise, playing a very passive angle here. Southeastern does have the bomb, and it looks to be playing very, very slowly in this first round. Trying to see what OCCC will do here, as Southeastern is going to send 4. It looks like right up the middle towards either bomb site, and now they get in across, and in a will be the trade for Southeastern. Up top in heaven there. And down goes Cromsey to Bender. As Mop and Scuttlerbug look to take site. 3 on 2. Holding passive angles on this backside of site. It's a 2 on 2. Relatively both good on health. But nades lower their health significantly, and there's a swing, and one's left. It's a 1-on-1. Ken Mop figuring out the clutch, using his utility. Nobody on backside, defusing, and there could have it. There you have it. Southeastern going to take round number 1, and that was a great job by Southeastern, playing time and playing smart. They're getting the picks when they needed to, winning them the pistol round, and pushing them further towards the game number 2 victory. Mop still staying on Breach, along with Adias on Cypher, Bender on Omen.
I'm out of stuff.
And it looks to be the same on OCCC's side here as well. And Mr. Goat on Raz.
There.
Both teams meet. And down goes Bender through the smoke. Mr. Goat sending out his frags. Still has his charges, so he does have a little bit of movement. Spraying through the box, he gets some damage. But Mr. Goat seems to be leading the charge here. Switching out for the Vandal. Smoke fades away.
There. Satchel out.
And here's a satchel charge. Oh, but he gets flashed in a great time. Swings the corner, just can't, runs out of ammo, but his teammates there are there to pick him up. There's the satchel. And they know he's on that corner. Switching out guns right here in mid-fight. Swinging the corner on the Vandal. Excuse me, on the Omen. Down goes Mr. Goat. He knew that was going to happen. But Scuttlebug sitting back in a 2v2 situation.
30 seconds
SC
left.
Mop and Scuttlebug. They do have the bomb. And OCCC seems to be spread out just a little too much. Going both to a bomb site.
Still waiting.
Looking to set up a little bit of a crossfire. They don't hear on the right side.
Last player standing. Spike down A.
And Enma will pick up the remaining Southeastern players. And they will tie it up 1-1 as we begin in our 3rd round. It looks to be a little bit more of a buy from OCCC there. As you can see, all SMGs and assault rifles against Southeastern's pistols, and their 1 share from Bender.
Satchel out.
It is it's truly unbelievable how 1 loss can lead to a significant change in economy, especially in these early rounds of Valorant. And down goes Mr. Goat from Enma. It's going to be a tough battle for Southeastern to come out on top with, especially Bender with Sheriff doing great work. They're gonna smoke off heaven as Mop will go down. 3-on-4 situation. Bender peeks the corner, picking up guns. Problems are gonna rotate back and smoke off. Bender picks up another one. It's a 3-on-3. Scuttlebug with the plant, but OCCC aggressive on the corners. Oh, Bender just couldn't quite teleport away, and all that's left is Adias. Looking to slowly peek corners. Facing 3 OCCC players. With the
30
flash
seconds left.
and the Sheriff. Through the smoke. Here's the bomb drone. Gonna play conservative. Gonna let the timer run out on that bomb drone. Try to trick OCCC and making him think he's not there, but it just doesn't quite do it. As Southeastern loses round number 3. So we'll get a little bit of money back from that loss, allowing him to buy. But OCCC with some losses of themselves, but not too much to matter. As we see our first sniper coming in here from Enma. And OCCC sitting pretty well on their economy. Round number 4 on the way. Adias setting up some intel. Bender looking to peek middle here and gets the pick on Enma with the sniper. Great job from Bender there. His aim truly incredible on that play. Southeastern may look to split middle and A bomb side here. As you can see them walking all through the middle. Mop looking for some of his breach charges. Or his bleach flashes, excuse me. No picks just yet, but Bender picking up another one on Sophie, spraying through smoke. Scuttlebug will fall and is now 3-on-3.
Spike down
Bender playing a heavy angle here, picks up the other Omen.
One enemy remaining.
And now another one.
Last player
Bender
standing.
goes down. I believe that was a 4K from Bender. Great job there. Is now Adias and Chromos, the Cypher versus Cypher. And SE will come out on top. Talking about Bender with that 4K there. Great early on. Just he had that middle peak with Enma and that sniper and just ended up with that pick. And as now Southeastern goes to tie it up.
This is a nice spot.
Looking
That goes there.
at round number 5.
Here.
Ideas gathering intel as always. Bender peeks the corner on a very low rat on a raise, but ends up following Scuttlebug to get a pick of his own. Is now Scuttlebug and Mop
My ult is ready.
teaming up together here. They have 3 looking towards A bomb side. Jet ready to rotate when OCCC gives the call. But they're playing this very conservatively, as they should. You see Nightshade.
Face your fear!
Mop looking backside here where Enma is, but has the daggers out. So this could be a quick K. And there it is. Mop ends up with it. And now it's a great opportunity for Southeastern to rotate because they have the pressure. Leaving OCCC with a little bit of a scramble here. They're not quite sure where Southeastern is going to go. The opposing Omen decides to rotate and may be very aggressive. As around the corner, Spike will go down in favor of Southeastern. Mop able to get away just enough. Taking that location away. That Cypher and Omen. And the teleport. Nightshade just playing that other side of his smoke. And the teleport.
One enemy remaining.
And the cross. Great job from Mop there and the cleanup from Scuttlebug. As we enter into round number 6, great job from Southeastern to dig themselves out of a hole. They're picking up the frag on the backside flank and able to rotate around, plant the spike, and get the last 2 picks on OCCC, leaving them in a great position for their buys. All Vandals and OCCC left not in the best condition. As we see here, Southeastern looking all to mid. Bender with a frag of his own, picking up the first of the round. Southeastern gains control of this middle passage here. They can see what they decide to do with it. Looking to rotate A. Bender smokes off the entry, one entry to A side as they look to push. Flashed out. But OCCC on their back foot yet again. Spike going down by Mop. And this is OCCC's decision now to push. Bender going to play a top-down angle here.
There.
It's now Vis and Sophie. And Jet on the backside.
Bomb buddy out.
Smokes. Coming in from Bender, great job. He sees heaven,
player
but
standing.
there's the trade-off. Is now all that's left is Inma and Scuttlebug with the peak. Looking to play conservative here, maybe. Letting this final spike go down. Gonna try to save some economy for these upcoming rounds. Southeastern will rotate away, and they will take round number 6, leading them with 2 rounds ahead. And he just dies by the bomb anyway. Doing fairly well in Southeastern in this game number 2. These earlier rounds didn't look so hot, but now they found their rhythm and are off to the stride. As we see Adias doing his pre-round setup as he usually does. And Bender staying mid here, looking to smoke off his two
Here. Let's
his
go
two
here.
positions.
Cover going out.
And there it happens. Smoking off that central point. The door is closed, so Southeastern doesn't quite have to worry about that, but there it goes. They open it right up. Bender picks up the bomb drone, spraying through his own smoke. Playing that other side is Vis. And OCCC playing very passively. And Southeastern decides to make the call to rotate back to B site. Out in front looks to be Bender. Mr. Goat with the frag.
Satchel out.
And here comes the satchel. He could peek the corner on Cromsy, but Mr. Goat goes down to Nightshade. Teleporting away. Resetting himself, trying to get a more central angle. And around the corner, he sees Scuttlebug. Communicating on that angle. Down goes Mop.
One enemy
And all
remaining.
that's left is Adias, and he can't do it himself. And there you have it. OCCC able to stop Southeastern's rhythm and pick up a win of their own. It seems like OCCC is picking up on Southeastern's tendencies just a little bit here. You can see they were a little bit more spread out in that last map, having really one person on almost every entry angle to the bomb sites and even mid. So it seems they'd be relying more on their callouts and communication before truly committing to any one defensive strategy. Is now Mr. Goat leading the charge here. They're just going to sit middle for just a second. Try to make OCCC a little bit antsy. Bomb drone from Mr. Goat through the smoke. They're going to try to get rid of this door yet again. OCCC realizes this. They have 3 rotating back towards mid. And at any moment, this could be a huge fight on Southeastern's hands. That'd have been a smart idea from Raze there. And there's the nades. Bender keeping this backside smoked off very well. As it draws to Southeastern's attention, Bender will pick up Inma. And that allows Southeastern to make the call and rotate to A side. Bender already on side himself.
I know exactly where you are.
They find the
30 seconds
position of
left.
Sophie. Mop with the spike. Decides to change plant positions. As here we go, Bender picks up the one on Cromsy.
Fire in the hole.
And there's the rocket from Mr. Goat.
Satchel out.
Doesn't quite pick anybody up, but a satchel. He sees Vis around the corner. Vis will go down, but now Nightshade.
One enemy remaining.
And then flanked by Mr. Goat. He hears him. He shoots, trying to shoot through the box. But Adias and Mr. Goat do not quite see him in the smoke. And Adias will
I
just
will
push
see you again.
and take the pick on Nightshade. Great aggressive play, but OCCC couldn't quite get through Southeastern setup there. And again, Adias doing his normal pre-game setup there. We'll take a look over here at Mr. Goat. in that last round. He did pop his rocket, unfortunately, and did not pick up anything with it, but he's been doing great so far in this game. Take a look at our stats here.
Caution here.
Again, looking to take middle of sight. Southeastern making a call to rotate Bender out in front yet again. Take a look at Bender's POV here. You see Sophie on that angle and flashed. Doesn't just decide to speak just yet. To peek just yet, excuse me. And now Sophie through the smoke. Nightshade and Sophie there on the edge. They hear Bender's footsteps, and there it is. Picks up one, but the trade.
Face your fear.
Great setup by OCCC. Is now Southeastern again makes another call to go back to B side with only Cromsey there for the defense. They realize this. Now OCCC with the late rotate just a little bit. Mr. Goat out in front with the charges.
Right there.
And there he is, peeking the corner. About to bring down the spike, and Adias setting up some trips and smoke himself. Mr. Goat out in front. That was Mr. Goat to Inma, and another one. Scabell, bad news for Southeastern as Nightshade
Last player
on the flank
standing.
of Adias, but Adias takes care of Inma, and there's the headshot. Wow. A tough sight to see on Southeastern side. It looked like they were able to make something of it, but ends up falling apart in those final moments. Good shots by Nightshade as OCCC closes the gap just slightly. Economy isn't looking too bad on either side. Various players on different teams have some quite good funds. But it looks like Southeastern is going to decide to buy a little bit conservatively here as we take a look into round number 10. Getting fairly close to the half. Switch over to Mr. Goat's POV. He has not been doing as quite as well as he wanted to this game, but still being a good part of Southeastern's chemistry. And the satchel. This is there and picks up the 2 and the clean on Nightshade.
One enemy remaining.
All that's left
Spike
is Adias.
down mid.
Wow. Backfired a little bit there from Southeastern. There's one from Adias. Ooh, but just can't quite do any more damage. As they will tie it up. OCCC just was... I felt like every angle that Southeastern looked there, they were able to pick them up. I believe that it was Enma on the backside of that smoke. I believe the Bender put there as well. He just played his cards right, and when Mr. Goat and the rest of his team jumped out
This is a nice
and that smoke cleared, it was just it was a firing range there. Now Adias getting again his pregame intel as Bender and Mr. Goat looking to push, but Mr. Goat goes down as through the smoke Bender gets tagged by Nightshade. Mop, Adias and Scuttlebug looking to stay together. Adias right behind Scuttlebug. Here comes the trips and the smokes from the enemy Cypher. Pushing far up is Cromsey, but dealt with by Scuttlebug. As here we see the push onto A site. Viz throwing some frags. Plane going down by Mop.
Where is everyone hiding?
And now he sees position. Is he going to swing around this right side? He does have the positions of all OCCC players Ideas
Cage trigger.
critically low health, but gonna hold an aggressive angle. Enma. Now gonna swing. Ideas does as much damage as you can.
One enemy remaining.
Nightshade on site now.
One enemy
Yes.
remaining.
Mop will pick up 2, but doesn't do it in time. Just a great effort there by Mop.
Last round before
But
the
Nightshade was on the plant. As now we look into the last round before the swap. Southeastern will go to defense, and we will start over from scratch. We see a final buyout of this round here. Looking fairly even on each side. And we'll see how this last round before the half plays out. And Southeastern looking to send 4 to B bomb side. Adias hanging back, watching the flank. Bender staying back on B bomb side, looking for any aggressive pushes. This SC looks to rotate middle, and down goes Sophie. Switch over to Scuttlebug. Rotating right behind Mr. Goat. Still being the entry fragger. Now all 5
Face your fear!
on A bomb site. Crumsy with the push and the great satchel there by Mr. Goat. They see one on that angle. They know that Nightshade is there. They're going to smoke it off, and down goes the plant from Mop.
30 seconds.
Let's see how they hold this side. Mr. Goat dangerously low on health. Nightshade will pick up Mop. Adias gets one of his own. There's another one on that angle. They look for the trade, but it was smoked off.
My ult's ready.
Fish tries to get the diffuse.
Last
But here's...
player standing.
Wow, they're able to get Vis before they can shoot the rocket, and the great angle there by Scuttlebug. Able to tie it up 6-6, and we go
Switching
in
sides.
to the half with an even score of East. Like we said, resetting to the pistol round. This could be a very, very close game for either side.
I need this.
Great job by Southeastern on their attacking side. I'm curious to see what OCCC will do here, because Southeastern does like to, they really like to rotate back and forth, maybe 2 to 3 times even. They don't play the site. They don't play the site just all
If that
at
rags,
one
that's
time. So
one more
curious to
thing.
see what they will do here. And Southeastern gonna send 5 through the middle there. And Cromsy will pick up 2 of his own.
Cage trigger.
Adias getting some info on the other side of this wall. Knows that Vis is there. Enma with the plant. And now 3 on
Spike
3.
planted.
And Southeastern gonna have to retake B side, which has been a little bit difficult if OCCC decides to set it up right. On the other side of that angle
There.
is the enemy Raz, but they know that they're there. And here's the swing. Down goes Mr. Goat, but the trade by Mop. Around the corner is Nightshade and Enma holding the long angle. And they meet right there's
One enemy
Nightshade.
remaining.
Pick up by
Last
Adias.
player standing.
And all that's left, it's in Adias' hands to win round number 1 of the half. Oh, and there's the headshot by Enma. Tough situation. But OCCC comes out of the half swinging. I believe it was Cromsy, the enemy Cypher, picked up 2 there early, which left Southeastern with just with a dwindled numbers and not much to do. But Southeastern fought back as much as they could, leaving it almost to a 1-on-1, and Enma in the very end was able to get the clutch
Cover
for
going
his
out.
team.
Cover going out.
Bender smoking off both sides of A, and it's a 5-on-5 here. Bender has the best angle. Gonna smoke off the entry to A, and around the corner comes Nightshade and 3 others. Bender is met with all kinds of fire. Down goes Scuttlebug, but down goes Vis and the trade. Adias, Nightshade with a plant.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
And it's a 1-on-1 yet again. Again, for the same 2 players. It's a rematch for Adias. And he sees the long angle. The spike is not yet down. Enma gonna play aggressive, knowing that it's a fake. And there he has it. Adias redeems himself for the 1v1 on Enma.
But I'll try.
And gets himself a nice Spectre there right at the end. Great job. And that gives Southeastern a little bit of breathing room as OCCC doesn't jump ahead
Goes here.
from their pistol round
This
quite
is
like they would want to.
That goes there. Yes, this should do.
Ideas pre-site setup as per usual, and we'll see Bender quite possibly with a smoke on mid here. And now OCCC gonna send all 5 down the middle through mid. Switching over to Sophie's POV here, Mop and Adias now realizing, pushing for B bomb side. Mop doesn't, sees one, but he gets picked by another. Adias
Spike
gets the
down.
spike carrier. And there's another one. 4-on-2 situation. Nightshade.
Camera taken out. Here.
A little bit of damage taken off by
enemy remaining.
Adias. Bender. And there it is. Great job by Southeastern just to realize that they were pushing 5 straight down the middle there. And they will take the lead in this second half of game number 2. And if you're just now joining us from the live stream previously, again, we are sorry about that. But if you would like to catch up with us on any of our social medias, go follow us at SE Sports HQ for all your Southeastern esports gaming needs. We try to stream at least 3 to 4 times a week from all our various games. So we'd like to gain a follow from you.
Shadows traveling.
But back to the Vallorant match at hand. We see here Bender's POV. The trips from Cypher. Plant going down early from Sophie.
Spike planted.
As Southeastern rotates back to A bomb side. And here we go, OCCC.
I know exactly.
Down goes Bender from Cromsey. Sees the 2 around the corner, all Mop using breach to the best of his ability. Flash 1. Can he get 2? No, he cannot. Adias now face to face with Enma. There he has it, the pick. They were low. And now a 2-on-1. Nightshade playing that angle. And here's the 2, and they swing and they get the kill. Scuttlebug and Adias clean up
Push no button.
that
Save
round.
the day. Easy.
Great job there on the retake from Southeastern.
Pry open their minds.
Mop
Find
using
the
breach to the
weakness.
best of his ability, using flashes and stuns all around. And he was able to swing on the 2 and get he's able to pick up 1 and get another OCCC player really low for the rest of his team just to come in there and get the remaining frags. And Southeastern making a statement on defense here early.
Get out of my way.
Switching over to Bender's POV again. OCCC sending 5 through the middle. They might look to split here, but no. Here comes Jet with the daggers, and now swinging the corner on Bender. Can he pick up? Yes, he can. Now Bender's gonna rotate back, as now Adias and Mop still playing this side. All OCCC players are now on a bomb side. The Southeastern covering every rotation. but it's going to be a tough matchup for Southeastern to
Spike
retake this
planted.
tight. Crumsy on the other side of this box here. Smoked off by Bender, but Bender face to face with Crumsy. He just doesn't know it. He's in the smoke. Spraying and praying his Mop. Down goes Bender. Pushing out the smoke. They have 2 behind that
One
box.
enemy remaining.
And there it is, Mr. Goat with the 2 picks. A little bit of a crossfire there. It's a great setup by Southeastern on that retake. And yet another defuse. Getting ever closer to game number 2 final. 3 rounds ahead. Take a look at the stats real quick. A buyout completely from OCCC. As not the same for Southeastern. Mr. Goat, the only one left behind with the shotty there. Scuttlebug again, still using breach. And Vis looking to take side on it on B. They know Scuttlebug's up top in that little perch. Scuttlebug able to pick up 2 himself,
Last player standing.
but now ends up another 2-on-1. Nightshade low on health. Mr. Goat and Adias looking to hunt him down. As rotating back to A site with the bomb. Both Southeastern players, you can see in the top left, they are taking the long rotate.
Spike planted. Cover going out.
And it looks like Nightshade is looking in the complete wrong direction of where Southeastern is taking the side from. He might look to get a flank. Southeastern could easily go into sight and get on bomb if they really wanted to. But Nightshade playing it very slow. There goes the defuse.
Stealing sight.
And there's the smoke. And around the corner, Adias heard the footsteps and the pick on that angle. Great job. Great teamwork there on the 2-on-1 to seal the deal. And we are getting ever closer to sealing game number 2 in the hands of Southeastern.
Oh, this is a nice spot.
Take a look over to the Bender's POV. Again, OCCC could use the same strategy they've been in sending 5 right down middle side, but looks like they're going to be spread out a little bit more. They look to take B with Adias and Mop on defense on that side. And down goes Vis early. Not the greatest condition for OCCC right out the gate, especially in these later rounds. Losing picks early is definitely detrimental. Through the smoke, Nightshade picks up the one on Adias and sees the other 3 Southeastern players there. Takes some damage himself, but here's Mr. Goat. Through the smoke, Nightshade doesn't see him. Spraying and praying. Throwing some frags of his own. Switching over to Mop here. Sophie and Nightshade, the only ones left for OCCC, trying to hold on to that hope. Nightshade playing low. Sophie on the corner.
Spike down.
Just a little bit outside of that smoke, and now Nightshade and Mop will seal the deal. Sophie was just right outside that smoke. I thought it was gonna play in her favor, but ended up not. And now we see another timeout coming from OCCC to see if they can scrap something together to save potential game number 2. So stay tuned as we wait for this timeout. And here we are as we enter into match point of game number 2. OCCC on the attacking side, looking
This goes here. That
for
goes
any
there.
opportunity Southeastern has given them to maybe take back game number 2.
Shadows traveling.
Full buys from everyone as Bender staying mid. And OCCC playing a little bit passively here. Playing smart. Enma on the other side of the smoke. Bender could potentially face 3 different OCCC players here. Vissa
Here.
staying in mid. Bender marks Cromsey. Bender still staying middle. Taking some pop shots, but nothing connects. That's Scuttlebug now facing off against the 2. Rotates around the corner. Southeastern playing very smart here, rotating back through mid. They're going to let OCCC take sight. As a plant goes down by Cromsey. In the smoke is Sophie. Crouch walking up. As soon as the smoke goes away, Sophie's going to face 2 Southeastern players, but decides to rotate out of the smoke.
Time to hunt.
Shadows.
Trying to get some recon. Mr. Goat. Down goes Bender, but the pick up on Vis, the trade. The satchel. Spraying through the smoke still. Adias and Sophie on this bottom row here. Down goes Sophie. The pick up on Adias. Around the corner is Cromsey. And there it is. It's a 2-on-1 situation. Can Mr. Goat do it? No, he cannot. And OCCC will hang on to a dream here in match point. Picks left and right on that final one there. OCCC was able to take side, but Southeastern just couldn't quite clean up like they wanted to, and is now seeing a little bit of a deficit here. Southeastern just has to have one more round, and that will do it for tonight's game. Switch on over to our favorite Bender. As he looks into A site. And OCCC again going right through mid. They're going to look to try to get deep into Southeastern territory here. As Mr. Goat with the rotate on backside, Nightshade, and the whole team there. Mop's looking right at them all. But Southeastern waiting to catch any of them off guard. Now Bender with the flank. I love this. Here we go. Picks up 1 on Sophie.
I know exactly where you are.
Completely switching spawns here
Cover going out.
from coast to coast. Oh, Bender will fall. Enma Nightshade. A 3-on-2 in OCCC favor. Plane going down on A. I don't know if Mop's there. Oh! And down goes Mop. And it's in the hands of
30 seconds
Scuttlebug.
left.
Bring them
And the
down.
1-on-3. OCCC is quite low on health. But they know his position. And around the corner comes Cromsey. And there it is. Southeastern gonna have to gain some composure. Because again, as we take a look here. Again, another full buy from Southeastern. Holding on to anything they can. And OCCC might have a little bit of a comeback. If Southeastern is not careful. Southeastern does realize, and now we're putting 2 different players, Bender and Scuttlebug, in central in play there. And around the corner, good shot by Scuttlebug on Enma. That's a huge loss for OCCC. Because now they're going to try to regain composure. And around the corner, Bender does a little bit of damage to Nightshade, but not quite enough. As down goes Mop as well. Quickly turning in OCCC. In OCCC's favor. As down goes
down,
Sophie
mid.
and Vis.
I have the spike.
Back in the hands of Southeastern for control. Getting recon around that corner is Scuttlebug. playing with the shotgun, Mr. Goat. Down goes Adias, and now it is a 2-on-2. Rotating back to B. Nightshade with the plant, and Cromsey gonna look to set up this long angle on the plant.
I must wait a moment.
Switch over to Southeastern. Scuttlebug and Mr. Goat clearing corners as they go. Bomb drone going out. Seems OCCC's played this almost the same every single time, but checking all corners as they need to. There's the peak. The location's revealed. Nightshade.
One enemy remaining.
But down goes Nightshade. Great pick from Scuttlebug.
Impressive wiring.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Southeastern is going to take the game against OCCC and the ace at the end. I didn't even realize it. Great job from both teams tonight. Wow, you can't ask for anything better on that final match point. Selling out as we see these stats coming in. Scuttlebug 23, just going absolutely crazy that game. Nightshade and Vis not far behind him, and the rest of the players down below them. Again, great job to both teams tonight, but Southeastern does end up coming out with the victory. And again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here with us tonight. If you want to, again, check us out on our social medias, check us out at SE Sports HQ for all your Southeastern gaming needs. And ladies and gentlemen, we thank you, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.